Hey gang, it's Dr. Brian McCarley here again from Genesis Family Chiropractic with another episode of Doc About Town. And today we are here at American Blackbelt Karate with Sensei Jeff Davidson. Jeff, say hello.
Hello everybody, how are you doing today?
So Jeff and I have a long history. We've been friends for a lot of years. I actually did some training with Jeff a few years ago here at the dojo. Great place to study karate. I needed to be in better shape, but he's a great teacher. And he's great at working with kids too. So Jeff, thanks for joining us today.
Oh, you bet.
Tell us a little bit about your history. How did you get started with karate?
Well, that's an interesting story because as a young person, I was really short. Going into 10th grade, I was about 4'11", and they were all huge. And I got bullied a lot, and I watched WTTV Channel 4 Kung Fu Theater and said, man, if I could do that, no one would ever touch me. So I started practicing karate, and I was right. After I started training, I changed my attitude, changed my behavior, changed the way that I think about things, and nobody ever touched me.
That's awesome. I did not know that part of your history. That's funny. All these years we've known each other, I didn't know that. Well, that's cool. So you've trained obviously here locally in a dojo, but you've done some study abroad too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
When did you start doing that? When did you start taking the move and going overseas to study?
Ooh, that was about 1987, 1988 is when we started to go over, and I've been to Okinawa, trained with karate masters in Okinawa and in our lineage. So it's been a wonderful trip. In about 88, been out of the country, 89 out of the country, well, till about 97 or 98. That's when we started to slow down a little bit.
Okay. So when did you open American Black Belt?
Oh, that was 27 years ago.
Okay.
Wow. I hadn't even thought about that. It's been a long time.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Boy, and it is. And I am.
That's awesome. That's cool. So tell me a little bit. I know you and I have gotten to experience. I've gotten to watch you, especially with the kids, and you infuse this into your adult students too. But you especially work with kids like this. Tell us a little bit about what your approach is and what your philosophy is, not just on karate, but on what your role is in these kids' lives. Because I think that's really unique from what you've described.
Well, the way I describe it, the way I think about things is, the children are like grapes. If you put too much pressure on them and you step on them, you squeeze all the good juice out.
Okay.
And we don't want anything like that happening. So what I try to do is give them a foundation somewhere, a platform that they can stand on top of so that they can get up higher and look out farther and see the world a little bit farther down the road than their iPhone or their Game Boy.
Okay.
So give them an outlook of something to look forward to. We have some special critters around here that we do scientific exploration on, like crawdads and things like that. Snails, we talk about how many teeth they have. So I try to find the interest that the child has, and we want to exploit that.
Okay.
Right now I'm going through a periodic table with one of my students, which is really pushing my intellectual limit.
Listen, you're not alone in that. There's a lot of people who struggle with the periodic table of elements. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
here.
man.
How about that? That's cool. There's some other stuff too and I think this is kind of almost I would say the je ne sais quoi that I got to observe with you when I was training with you, especially with kids, is it's more than just karate and it's more than just understanding them, but it's about helping them be more confident, and not just in their physical ability if they're being bullied, but just have this ability to stand on their own 2 feet and be confident. In fact, we were just talking about this right before we started rolling camera.
Yes.
Share a little bit about that and where that comes from for you.
Well, it's personal for me. Obviously, I was always small. I was a little overweight. My limited physical activity was in the swimming pool. I didn't talk to anybody, didn't see anybody, nobody talked to me. I was a swimmer all the way through high school, swam in Junior Olympics, but I didn't see anybody, didn't talk to anybody, and it felt like the world was kind of caving in on me, and I didn't like that feeling very well. Even in work, I was the dishwasher, and I decided to stop. I just threw that mindset off. You can't do that. And then I started to work into serving tables, being a bartender, and I just started to expand my friendship circle, and that gave me a little bit more confidence. And boy, oh boy, 82, when I started taking karate, it just took right off. I didn't worry about stuff. I didn't think about anything. I just let my natural body and my natural mind move through and become smooth. And oh man, I got friends all over the world, everywhere. England, Ireland, France, Romania. I've made friends literally everywhere.
That's cool. So now when I was training with you, your focus really then was on Ishinryu, right?
Yes.
And you're still doing a lot of mostly Ishinryu.
Mostly
too. But
Ishinryu,
I look
yes.
around the dojo and things have changed since I was here.
Yes.
It looks like you guys are doing some axe and knife throwing now. You do a lot of weapons
Yes.
training too.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about some of the other disciplines that you've incorporated, not only in the training, but that you're helping your students move into adding skill sets.
Well, that's an interesting thought process. Yes, we have a target back in the back for shurikens, which are those throwing stars, the ninja stars that everybody calls them.
Okay.
We have throwing knives, we have throwing axes, and it's not a mainstay or a main part, it's a reward. So when the students have worked out hard, they're nice and sweaty, and they've earned the right to do something fun, we go in the back and we just throw knives. I set out a table and they can pick whatever weapons they want to throw, and they throw it at the board. Most of the time they hit the wall, but it's made out of cement, so it's okay.
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't break anything.
It's all right, not hurt anything.
We follow a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. We've added on a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu about three and a half years ago. Marcelo Montanero, and he is quite an engaging professor. He is world-renowned. He has facilities in, oh my God, countries. Probably 15 or 18 different spots in the world that he has dojos, so that really makes him a world traveler, and he picks up interesting things, and I get them from him, and then I come back and teach my students. So we teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu from Marcelo C. Montanero.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Well, yeah, obviously I love it here. It's a comfortable place to be. Obviously we're friends, so it's comfortable to be around you too. But I think that's a thing that I would love for people to be able to see here is, hey, come check it out,
Right.
And see what Jeff's all about, and see that it's more than just about chasing belts. That's
Correct.
That's a lot of places you see they're just belt factories, and
There is no chase belts.
yeah, your students definitely progress and they earn new belts, but it's not about the belts. It's
No.
about the process of getting there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly right. The when you come in, I want it to be a family atmosphere where groups of like-minded people can hang out. They learn, they get self-defense. They learn, they do traditional weapons. They learn, they do their kata that they do. They learn, they do their point fighting that they do, which is not like UFC. Point fighting, strategic, chess game, very fast. You have to figure out where to stand, where to move, and things of that nature. Parents watch all the time, and they don't go, oh my God, my kid's getting good. That doesn't happen around here. We want it to be more like a family sharing, engaging atmosphere. And you never know who you're going to talk to, because if you need some car work done, I got people that do cars. You need plumbing, I got people that do plumbing. And there's people that sit around, the families, and they go, hey, I can take care of that for you. And friendships are made right there, right now.
That's cool. So it's not just about karate, it's about connection.
And that's exactly
Yeah,
correct.
that's awesome. That's cool. Well, cool. Jeff, anything else you want to add real quick? This has been really cool.
We're family oriented, community involved. We are here for you guys. You know, you just come in and be part of the family.
Yeah, yeah. Well, come check it out at American Blackbelt Karate. Sensei Jeff Davidson. He's one of the best guys I know. Just a genuine guy. You're not. Look, what you see is what you get with this guy. That's
true.
That's true. What you see is what you get.
That is true.
He's just the only time I've ever seen him wear shoes is in a restaurant. So in fact, walking across the parking lot, he's just doesn't do shoes because he's all about being in that mindset of karate and taking care of himself and taking care of the people around
Yes,
him.
sir.
So
Yes, sir.
come check it out, American Blackbelt Karate, and let us know if you have any questions. As always, if you like this content, the content we share, like, follow, and share, so other people can get to experience what we're talking about here too, and maybe they'll get a chance to come and
that'd be
hang out
great.
with Jeff too.
That'd be
So,
great.
Great. Thanks a lot. Y'all have a great day.